Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Aunt Becky.
I'm Gavin.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Tracy. I'm Lauren.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Matt.
I'm Grandpa.
I'm Petey.
I'm Mimi.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys. And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because we can grow a lot of stuff on the farm, but one thing we can't do is grow this channel without your help. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to see you. We have got a busy day on our hands. It is time to harvest silage here on the farm. We're gonna be looking to finish about 3 of these bags. We've got all of our locations already picked out. So all we have to do is start harvesting. We've got the 100 into place, we've got the bagger into place, and it's ready to have silage added into it. Now what's nice is we've already got a full wagon of silage here ready to go. These are not our wagons. These wagons have been brought to us by neighbor farmers. But yeah, it's time to get started this morning. It's gonna be a busy day. When it comes to our normal chores this morning, we have already got the farm market all set up. We all got started pretty early this morning just so we can be 100% prepared for when the chopper arrives. We may not do as much silage as some farmers out there, but for us, it is a big deal. And having this silage harvested is gonna benefit us all winter long. It's gonna have plenty of feed value for the cattle, and it's gonna save us a lot of money if we can get all this harvested. Dad just got back from the wholesaler. Not only did he pick up produce from the wholesaler, but he also grabbed another silage wagon. The dairy farmer who is gonna be helping us, his name is Jeff, and he's lending us his wagons. I mean, look at this beauty. Isn't that gorgeous? We're hoping this is gonna make everything go a lot quicker with these newer wagons. I mean, we've done it with our wagons in the past, but it's not as efficient. We do have the wagon over there, and then Jeff is gonna be bringing one more wagon, so we will have 3 to use, which should make things go really quick. So we have got a big crew for harvesting silage today. We've got Tyler and Petey with us, Dad, Matthew, and Daniel. So, I mean, we're just gonna have a great time. A lot of hands make the load light, something like that. I don't know, Dad says that sometimes. We've now got our backstop on. We've got our bag all tied up, so it's ready to be filled with silage. Now there's a few things that we're gonna be doing right now, and that's just basically making sure that everything works. When they brought it to us, they said everything works, but you gotta check everything. So what we're gonna be doing for the people that are new here is offloading the silage from the wagon onto this conveyor. This conveyor will pull it up into the packer, and then the bagger or packer will continuously push the silage into the bag, which will move our tractor and our equipment forward, making sure that we have a nice tight pack of silage so that we don't have any oxygen that could cause our silage to spoil. It's a pretty neat process, and the bagger will just push the tractor down our path, and then we'll have a nice bag right here. We videoed this a few times now. I always enjoy this job, and it's cool to see it happen.
Something we're adding is inoculant. It's live bacteria. What it does is it prevents the silage from heating. When it heats, it ruins it a little bit. And also the bacteria makes it ferment faster. And the faster you can get the fermentation process done, the more nutrients you hold within the silage.
Up into the bagger, it is shooting it out into the back, and we are starting to get a nice tight pack, which is what we really need. Who is ever driving the wagons has a very important job keeping lined up with the bagger. We're gonna do our best today to try and not make any messes, but it does happen sometimes. As the bagger moves along, the tractor needs to move along with it, and it'll make today a lot easier on everybody, especially who's ever scooping up the messes. We got our first wagon load put into the bagger. So far, so good, but we got a long day ahead of us. Dad and I just wanted to come out really quickly and look at the corn that we're gonna be chopping today. Now, this is not just a standard variety that you would see if you were driving along the road. This corn right here is specifically for silage. Once Jeff gets here with his chopper, he's gonna be going through this field relatively quickly. These are some of the ears that the corn is putting on. And they are some beautiful, massive ears. And this is where the feed value is for the cattle. So we are happy to see the ears that are here.
The corn silage, you're concerned about the digestibility of it. These kernels are all dented on these ears, and it's a little drier. A cow cannot digest a whole kernel of corn. Some people feed the deer corn and feed different animals corn, but a lot of times whole kernels of corn cannot be digested. So on the silage chopper that Jeff brings, Jeff Bloses, he chops our silage for us. He has a processor. And so that processor is gonna take each kernel of corn here and crack it. So then the cow will be able to digest them so that it can get the nutrients out of the corn. Otherwise, a whole kernel of corn would pass through the cow and just pass out into the manure and would give them no feed value at all. Now the stock, there's sugars in the stock, and we know sugar makes fat. So that's important for the cows. That's why this is a silage corn, has a little more sugars in it. The starch and digestibility is important for the feed. So all those nutrients are important for the animal, and then we will adjust the feed enough grain to add whatever nutrients we need. Now, Andrew said these corn is specifically for silage. It doesn't mean you can't shell this corn, but a lot of times silage corn is tall. And when you get too high of a stalk and the ears get too high, the center of balance is high on the stalk and wind can blow it over. So just because we're saying it's a silage corn does not mean we can't shell this corn and use it for grain. It's just you run the risk of it not standing, it falling over, and then making harder to run the combine through.
And in the long run, using this is gonna save us a lot of money. Throughout winter, we'll be able to feed hay, we'll be able to feed silage, and we'll be able to supplement their diets with some grain. Those were some things that we were just looking at really quickly. We knew the corn looked nice, but we just want to give it one last look before we come through with the harvester. Well, everyone, it is now lunchtime on the farm. Well, it is a little bit early because we got a lot of work going on today. But we have got sandwiches because we've got a large crew. So we're gonna get eating and then moving on to the job. Well, we just had something crazy happen on the farm. Jeff is almost here to start cutting silage, but apparently one of our mamas just had her calf.
Our youngest mother, her number is 34. We call her Rosie. If you remember, she was the one that always used to get out. And I didn't want to keep her, but Dad decided that we should. And then we decided she'd probably make a pretty good mom.
This is Rosie's calf. Cute little bull calf. So there we go. That is Rosie and her calf, and we got to figure out a name for that little guy.
The calf is healthy. She's healthy. We are ecstatic.
Well, this has just thrown a wrench into our entire day. As you can imagine, everybody is super, super excited. We sat here for a few minutes and we decided it would probably be best to put that calf and the mom in the back here. That way we don't have any of the other cattle messing with them. I would like to stay here a little bit longer, but Jeff is just about here and I need to go back and meet up with him. As you can see, Jeff is now here with the chopper. He's got his wagon already hooked up and he's good to go. But Jeff is a really nice guy, like really, really nice guy. And he's got some things he wants to share with you about his chopper.
Okay, so what we have here, we'll chop the whole corn plant. What most of the older choppers would do, this plate would not be in here. The knives would chop it. It would throw the chopped corn out. It would auger it to the impeller and out. What this plate does is it reroutes it into these sharp grooved rollers, which are placed very close together. And then all of the chopped corn has to be forced through them. And what the purpose of that is to break apart the kernel into smaller pieces, break the outside so the starch is more exposed and digestible, and it can be used by the cattle more efficiently. Otherwise, if it was a whole kernel, it would go right through. That kernel that took all season to be developed would be lost, would pass right through the cow. And right here is this starch that you want to expose and have efficient growth and make your good tender juicy steaks and burgers.
So first we need an ear, which he's got right here,
which we'll break in half. And then what you want to see is where's the milk line. I'm seeing this here is probably slightly over half, maybe 2/3. The more mature it is, the more that you really need this processor to help the cows utilize this starch for their growth more efficiently.
Now, how many bags do you do at your farm?
This year we'll do about 9 or 10 8x200 bag. It's 175 ton per bag, so times that by 9 or 10, that gives you what it is.
And Jeff has his own work at home. How many dairy cattle do you have, or how many head do you have on the farm?
We're milking 84 between dry cows, heifers that are at the neighbors. We have between 150 and 160.
So Jeff himself is a busy, busy man. That's why we truly appreciate him helping us out. And we'll be able to get all this done today, hopefully, right?
We hope, but
We
you never
hope.
know what's breaking down.
Yeah. Did you clean everything before you brought it over?
It's holding dust. It's
Wow.
That's for all the diesel and oil. From
I
last
figured
fall.
you cleaned everything.
It's all from all the diesel and oil.
Oh, it
last
looks
fall.
good. It looks good.
9 years old already.
Is it? It looks good for 9 years old. I'm just laughing. Of all days for that calf to make its grand entrance, it was today, one of the busiest days of our year. Now what you'll notice is these few outside rows are not near as nice as we get further into the field, as he gets a few more of these layers taken off. I mean, the corn looks beautiful, but as you get more towards the center, oh, it's gonna look great. Kind of tall. That's for when somebody asks, how tall is the corn? Very tall. Jeff said it's taking power and making tonnage, which is a good thing. What do you think, Jeff? How's it look?
I think it looks very good. All little pieces of starch there from the kernels. Not much within that, and that's exposed. They can utilize that even. The cobs are all mashed up. There won't be cob disc laying all over. They'll eat it all right up.
Are you just driving wagons back and forth today?
I guess.
Isn't today supposed to be your day off?
It is.
What are you doing here?
Grandpa wanted me.
We've been making pretty good progress so far. The only thing that we're concerned a little bit about is this hill that Jeff is heading towards right now. It is a little steep, so we've been trying to change out the wagons when we get to that point, just to be completely safe. As long as we have no breakdowns and everything goes well at home, I think we're gonna have a good time. Things have been looking good over here for Jeff. I wanted to hang out for a while just in case we had any issues. I could be here to help him right away. But from what I've seen, his chopper's running great, all the wagons look good, so I'm gonna head back to the farm and see how our progress has been. This is the progress that we've made so far. We've got the bag moved quite a bit, actually. Have you been keeping everything in order back here?
Mostly Petey, but I'm his fill-in.
Petey just rides in a tractor.
That's true.
have been going here at home?
Yep, we're about 1.5 loads away from having the first bag filled.
I don't know, Gavin, you've been cleaning up the messes. Has there been any major messes?
Only when Tyler's around.
Tyler's a little reckless, and he doesn't get close enough, or he's too far away, or he goes too far ahead, or he goes too slow, but we appreciate him.
I think now would be a good opportunity to get the drone out and see how things are going back at the harvester. And there's no better way to check on the silage harvester than from the air. We're trying to keep a close watch on Jeff, make sure if he needs anything, we can get it for him. He's got Red Bull in the tractor, he said, so he's good to go. But we're just trying to keep up with him. If he needs something to eat, needs something to drink, we'll make sure he gets taken care of. We have a little change of scenery when it comes to our bag. We got the first one completely finished. Now we're working on our second one. We're moving wagons around right now. Tyler just brought back a full one. Daniel is getting his empty one out of the way. Last year we had put a bag right here and it worked out pretty well for us. This year we're gonna put a bag here and we might try and put a second one right in front of it. We're not sure, we're gonna see what happens. I had a few people that wanted to help with silage harvest. We got Lauren in the back and here we've got Callie enjoying her water. She was saying tractor, tractor. Yeah. Yeah, it's red. Good job. We got out here, she was going, red tractor. She hasn't seen too many red tractors. Hey, Callie, what color is your favorite tractor?
Yeah.
Yeah, good girl. Where's the blue tractor?
That's over there.
Yeah, where's the red tractor?
Oh, they're driving.
Yeah, they're driving. On the second bag. We are going to be moving into a third bag today. Hopefully we can get everything chopped off. We still have wagons coming in and out of the farm, but it is closing time here. Well, closing time, it's been closing time for a while. We're just now getting in to put everything away. We're starting to get into the later part of the day, and it is cooling off here on the farm. I might have to put the sweatshirt back on.
They all get out for the round. And they're gonna be able to pull it back up in the house. You should. That chopper's there. They all do a round. Up and down, see the exit 2
I don't know,
rounds.
if you cut around the bottom and feel like it's too steep, you can drive to this end and come out.
You look good. You look good.
No.
So Jeff, what do you think? Did everything run good today?
So far, I'm very happy. Good yield, good moisture, and everything's just ticking right along.
Jeff won't say it himself, but he's a natural on camera. He needs to be doing this stuff. Now that is a sight. That is a beautiful sunset. Woo, it's been a good day. Tracy, what do you think of all this silage?
It's a lot. It's good.
We're having to do a little bit of traffic control because where we wanted to put the second bag, oh, it's kind of sticking out further than we thought. So Matthew and I appropriately wore high vis today. So we thought about this. Show them how it's done, Gavin. Check this out. Woohoo! We were sitting here talking for a little bit and we got a call from Jeff. He got stuck going up the hill with the chopper. So they're in that lower section of field chopping right now. I mean, it is what it is. The ground's gonna be dewy. It's late. So we're just gonna try and get the wagons filled. We're not gonna unload everything tonight. We'll be able to unload them tomorrow. But hopefully everything will be filled and we have no more issues because Mom got pizza and everybody's hungry. They haven't come back yet with the stuff, but that's okay. There's pizza. So we're gonna sit down, eat some pizza, then get back to work. This should be our last wagon that we bring back. We're not gonna be able to pull up any more wagons tonight. It's too dewy. But that's okay because once we get this one unloaded, we can get the others unloaded tomorrow morning. Should we tell them what happened, Dad?
We're professionals, nothing happened.
We're professionals. We were just about finished, and you would not believe it. The 100 ran out of fuel.
Things up here. It's just hot. I don't want to burn my hand. Here, I'll burn my hand.
She wants to go. She's ready. We're right there. Hey! We got it. We can finish up for the night now. That was scary. We just could not go the whole day without having any issues. It just wasn't gonna happen. Well, everybody, I have just made it home for the night. It is late, very late. And since it's late, that means this is where we're gonna end the video today. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.